Hi, it's Tom here from FDS, and after what seems like an age of waiting, I am finally finished on this, which is my Zombiestrike Krinkov, and this was inspired by a number of people who've done minimised front end builds, and I wanted to have a stock mount to run my skeleton style stock. This could also take the new folding stock from F1055. And if you are interested in seeing how this was made, there are a couple of build videos on this on my channel, so just go have a look through my back catalogue. There are about 3, I think, so you can see how all this was constructed. I'm just going to quickly run through some of the spec because there are some unique things on here that you might not have seen before. First of all, start the front. There's a totally flat battery tray door here, which is all done in matching hydro dip so that the wood grain matches up both sides, and that was just made from flat sheet. I've not seen anyone do that. And because this is running a lipo pack and I'm not running a stupidly long one, I've got plenty of room in there for my pack. It is a double X, which means it has 2 Extreme Productions 180s here on the flywheels, and then it has a standard 3240 pusher. I didn't want to go with the full triple X for this, it's just unnecessary in many ways, although they do make good push motors. They're quite expensive, so I just used the 3240 because I had one in stock. It also has a retaliator jam door on the top, which I put on because I just like the look of it and nobody's done that before. So it just kind of blends in up there, and that's all tucked in. You can see how that was fitted if you look through the build log. It has a couple of things on the offside. It has a bimodal switch here so that I can run centre off or centre on wiring. Props to Star over there on Reddit for doing that a while ago. And I just put that on because I could. I wanted to see what it was like and because it looks good. That switch may also have further uses later on in the year, and I'll come back to that another time. And also down here, which I've not seen anyone else do, is a dedicated mount for my sling. Because obviously when you go for a rapid pistol or a flat top, you lose the top sling mount, and that's bolted through the back of the stock here, and then there's a big washer on the inside, and it moves. You can see it's just pivoting. Obviously if I was being uber tactical, I could get that in black, but that's just a picture hanger, so that will enable my shoulder strap to sit nice here, and then it'll sit comfortably on my chest while the other strap goes under my arm. So there you have it, that's all the mods. And otherwise internally it has its usual BSUK switch kit and my hybrid wiring loom. There's some lighting in here, and there's a couple of other bits and pieces that you can see on most of my builds that I kind of just integrate without thinking now, like the top mounted voltmeter and that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. It's running Strife flywheels. I want to see what it works over the chrono like compared to a 3240. I'm running my standard 2S pack, so we should get fairly comparable results. Obviously being an AK, you can only run it on curve mags. You're not allowed to put straight magazines in an AK, it's just against the law. So I've got 2 mags, it'll be a 30 round shoot, so they've only been shot once, and I'm going to see what those go like over the chrono. Now this isn't that loud, if you listen. That's been very carefully balanced and set up so that it shouldn't make ridiculous amounts of noise, but I'll be interested to see what it shoots like, having not tested this particular combination. Okay, so there you have it, surprisingly understated for an AK, and I'll reload and then we'll do our mandatory mag dump because that's kind of how they're used. Obviously I should be firing it like this over the top of a wall if I'm doing it properly, but I'll tuck it in tight and give you a burst of full auto. Gone. Okay, we're going to review the performance data for my Zombiestrike Krinkov, and let's see what we've got. High of 124. This is on Elite Darts 2S Extreme 180 motors. Low of 94. Average of 109. Extreme spread of 30. Standard deviation of 6%. So I'm just kind of interested to see what the difference is going to be between Elite and Koosh on this build. So I've got some Gen 2 2014 U toys, and I'm going to run those and see what happens with those compared to the Elites. Okay, so we're going to review the data for the Zombiestrike Krinkov on Koosh darts. Says U-Toys 2014s. High of 129, low of 96, average of 112, extreme spread of 33, standard deviation of 8%.